Well, hello, everybody. This is the main viewer. You know that. Everybody knows it. We have got such a crazy show for you today. First and foremost, is Disney and Star Wars trying to copy Star Trek? We're going to have to talk about that a little later because there's a lot of shade being thrown out there right now, and we do not hide from the shade, especially not in the summer. But before we get into that, even more importantly, you guys, this is the Orville week. This is the hype show. We're going to go nuts. We have some of the biggest Orville nerds of all time here. So let's talk about the Orville New Horizons. This is going to be a great time. And we're so glad you would join us today. So let's get started. First and foremost, let's introduce everybody. Well, she's the #1 fan of the Orville. She's the #1 fan of Star Trek. She's basically a walking exclamation point. And by the way, she's also a surgeon, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel.
Not anymore, but yes. Hi, thanks for having me.
Now she's a question mark.
Yes, no.
We also have the Dean of Arts and Sciences at Duke University and occasional Star Trek science advisor. Can you believe it? Dr. Mohammed Noor.
Hello, always a pleasure to be on the main viewer and excited to talk Orville and more.
Also, look, everybody's like, oh my God, how'd you get so many cool guys and gals? Well, we're just lucky. He owns more ships of Star Trek and the Orville than the Planetary Union. And you can always find him near me at Star Trek Las Vegas. He is not Italian, he's Sicilian, Peter Caruba.
Hey, Jaluja.
All right. Also, we've got another huge sci-fi nerd. He makes amazing ships on his computer. I don't understand that stuff, but he's really good at it. He sits in on the Tim Russ band playing his smooth saxophone, Andre Kottman.
Live long and prosper. It's great to be here.
Also, oh my goodness, you guys, he's a professional wrestler. He says ex-professional wrestler, but he could still put you in a headlock. He's such a huge Orville fan that he created his own Orville fan series. Eric the Smoke Moran.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Choloja, everyone, Choloja, and everything else under the sun. How's it going? Ryan, thank you for always having me on. You know I love it. You know I love coming back every time.
This is so much fun already. We also have a nice lady who's a cosplayer, an amazing cosplayer. You should see her Wonder Woman, by the way. She's also a huge Orville fan. How do we know that? Well, she's also in Eric's Orville fan series, Joe Colton.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure being surrounded by so much talent and exciting individuals and talking sci-fi and Orville and Star Trek. So super excited to be here. And thank you for the compliment on my cosplay.
Oh, it's great. She doesn't live in Texas, by the way, everybody. Lastly, this dude created Egotastic Fun Time, the YouTube channel. Everybody knows it. And he's got basically the only official fandom companion show called Talking the Orville. Say hello to JP Poole, everybody.
Hey, gang. And just let me say, everyone on this panel looks like they got into the club because they know the DJ.
Wait a second. That's not a compliment.
And the DJs is pretty awesome thing to have an accolade under your badge of accolades and your accolade belt. You guys keep it in there if you got it.
Yep, totally.
I mean, JP's so hardcore. I had to wear his T-shirt today, just to show my appreciation.
Oh, no way. Let me spotlight that.
Yeah, looking good.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
So cool.
Next to Joe, of course. What more could you want? What more could you want?
That's the way you do it. Look at that. Look at that.
All right. Well, let's start there, shall we? JP, what's Talking the Orville?
Talking the Orville is a show that talks about the Orville every week, every single week for 5 years now, actually. And it was my job to keep talking the Orville every single week for the 3 years that during lockdown, during the year and a half, 2 years that it took to make the third season that starts tomorrow in some parts of the world. And I was like, don't let this show go. Don't let this fan go. an amazing fandom, keep them entertained, keep them excited for the Orville. So I made sure I kept doing my best to do that. So talking the Orville, I make videos about the Orville, sketches about the Orville, live shows about the Orville, reviews, previews, news, you name it, I'm doing it on that channel.
Musicals, don't forget musicals.
Oh, I do musicals. Yes, absolutely.
What?
I don't know if the Orville will ever do a musical, but that's where I come in.
Is the Orville your favorite show ever?
Oh, I got a lot of favorite shows, but that is one of my absolute all-time top shows, probably my top sci-fi show. Just the messaging, the way it's made, the way it's written, the way the people that make the show feel about the show and the way they feel about the fans. They're giving it everything they've got. So it's a smart show. It's a funny show. It runs the gambit of, it's a true homage to every type of sci-fi that's ever existed.
Okay, we've waited long enough, you guys. Peter, can you show us your ceiling, please?
I'll just get out of the way.
Yeah, everybody at home, check out, and everybody that's going to be listening on this, real sorry. Just imagine like 1,000 awesome ships that you wish you were looking at right now.
Hung in correct orientation.
That's impressive.
That's an
Those are
armada.
well hung. for
Every time
sure.
I've seen it, I'm stunned every time. Like,
Oh my gosh, with plate.
That is incredible.
lining it.
Deflector
What is-
plates.
Wow.
Look at all those.
Look at the
I'm a
sparkles.
technology nerd just geeking out looking at this collection. I love it.
so cool.
And you've got them in fleets too. Look at
Yes.
that. You've got the Romulans and the Cardassians.
The Dominion fleet's right there.
Wow.
I'd love to go
Incredible.
back in time and see which one was hung first.
You have them recreate epic battles. Like here's Wolf 359.
Do you, Peter? That'd be awesome if you did.
Well, hang them in battle order.
Yeah.
That'd be very complicated because there's so many different types and so many different battles. I'd run out of ceiling space.
You guys, he's asking for donations for a bigger house, is what he's saying.
Or just
We'll
stick
see.
down a wall.
Wait till I move
What's
the
his favorite
conversation.
ship in the collection?
Oh, what is my favorite ship in the collection?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was probably the first one I built, and that was the Enterprise D. But I'm very fond of the Enterprise A that's directly above me. That I had to take down during COVID because we had so much time on our hands, and painted it.
Nice.
Aw.
So
Love
'cause
that
it was
D.
getting a little yellow with the bad gloss coat. So, but it kept me busy. But I got the
All right.
Enterprise F up there as well. That took me a long time to make as well.
All right. Also, Eric, you have the most energy of anybody of all time, by the way. Can you tell us about your Orville series, please?
Yeah. Basically, my series is called A Planetary Step, which is, of course, is a major spinoff inspired by the Orville, and it takes place around the latter part of season 2, right after the war, Battle of Earth. And basically, it introduces a new captain who goes through his trials and tribulations and is introduced to his awesome crew and everything else. So we're right now in episode 3. We're right now filming episode 4. We have a companion series called A Planetary Diary, where we interview anything and everything Orville related, whether you write music, whether you're a producer, whether you're an actor from the show, whether it's anything and everything under the sun that celebrates the Orville. And we're just having so much fun with it. And I'm also doing another spinoff called A Puppeteer Union, which JP helped inspire me to do. And we started doing that and everything. So we're just having a lot of fun with it. And that's what it's all about. I'm just having the time of my life. And it's been recognized by the show's producers and recognized as one of the official Orville fan series. So, and the fans love it. The fans love it. Great writers, great visual effects, great team, great, amazing cast. And Joe can testify on that.
Yep.
I know we were waiting.
I'll wait for you to say, yes, say it.
Somebody
Yes.
mute her.
I had to get
What are you
myself
doing
off
on the
mute.
show, Joe?
So he didn't mention this, but I am a captain of another ship and his bestie who tells him like it is.
Ooh.
Straight shooter. Yeah. I have some funny moments, but I'm very much like Kelly. So
she's the voice of reason.
I'm the voice of reason.
Yes, she's the voice of reason for Captain Gerald. So her being Captain M and me being Captain Gerald, she's like the voice of reason. When he doubts himself, she's there to say, no, come on, you're the captain. You got to get it together. So we're having a lot of fun, and we're touching on so many different levels in the vein of the Orville, because we were heavily inspired. You know, Seth and the cast and crew are doing such an amazing job. I wanted to expand on that and show the fans while the Orville was in hiatus, give people to have something to look forward to. You got JP with talking to Orville. You know, we wanted to keep the fandom going. We wanted to keep the fans, you know, alive. And in doing that, you know, look what's happened now. You know, here we are, a day, 24 hours or less before we get to see season 3 of the Orville New Horizons. And I'm excited about it. I know the rest of you guys are.
Yeah, we had to keep the fandom alive a lot longer than we thought we were going to have.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was scary for a minute.
Years longer. Yeah.
Because the world's freaking out right now just with the trailer. I mean, I see stuff every day. People's like, have you seen this show, The Orville? It's amazing. And I've been seeing that a couple times a day for a few months at this point.
Like, I've seen more than just the trailer, buddy.
Yeah, I have seen more than the trailer. I've seen a couple episodes, and people are not ready. I mean, I thought I was ready. The production kept saying for a long time now, oh, it's really big, it's ambitious, it's huge, it's like mini movies. No, they're movies. These are movies.
Okay, you say we're not ready. We only have like less than 30 hours to get ready. Do you have any advice for us to be ready?
The only way to be ready is to watch the first episode, and then you will understand.
Trial by fire.
Well,
Yeah,
I did
it's
just
trial by fire.
rewatch like the last few episodes today to get extra ready. And I know Muhammad said he did last week.
Yep.
And then I spammed everybody I know who doesn't watch the Orville yet and was like, this is a great time to become a fan. Like, start binging now. And we're like, I'm on the board for To Proudly Go, LGBT nonprofit, and we're having Orville viewing parties on Saturdays now at Barracuda Bar in New York.
Nice.
With
I guarantee
drag
you,
musical numbers for the
I
Orville.
guarantee you're going to hear a lot of people talking about this show in just another day or two. They're going to be surprised by it. And like I said, people are not ready. I wasn't ready, and I thought I was. I just believed everything they said about, you know, how great it's going to be. And I was like, yeah, I believe you guys because you've earned that right. And I was like, whoa, this is like when, for me, you know, I love TNG, watched it over and over and over again. And then they came out with Generations and it looked like a movie. It's that big of a jump.
So you guys said that this is set right after season 2. Are you assuming then, no spoilers about actually season 2, but for your show, for the fan run show, are you assuming that everything did get reset back to normal after the whole time travel thing with Kelly?
Well,
I assumed. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're talking to Eric.
Yeah, the way how we set it up basically right after the heels of the events that took place on the Battle of Earth. Okay. So we wanted to show what happened to this captain who got promoted to captain real life. Yeah. And basically everything needs to go. So we wanted to leave it open because we didn't know what was going to be coming for season 3. So we wanted to keep an open window. Right now, we're still like I said, we're working on we've been doing a story arc that's been building for a story arc. At the same time, they're isolated episodes. But at the same token, too, as season 3 progresses, we're going to see, and like JP said, it's on a massive scale. You know, the writers are sitting down. We're like, okay, yeah, we got to infuse this. And, you know, also you have, you know, there's a major shift in uniforms and everything. So a lot of people already asked me, are you guys going to do? And then depending on how the story goes and leading up to season 3. So we're probably going to be doing that leading up to season 3 and the stakes and see where the stakes are taking us. Yeah. So,
and the writers of our show, Eric and the writers have made it, have worked really hard to do specific touch points with the Orville. So that way you're linked, but also it stands alone. And it's definitely a fan series, not part of the show. but there's a connection. You see, like during the events of the Orville are connected to the show that we're.
Yeah, and it's funny because, like I said, a lot of people are starting to catch on more, and the momentum is growing with the Orville coming back. We wanted to, even though we're going to be filming and everything else, we're not going to have any episodes come out until after the season is completed, because me personally, I can't wait. Like JP said, it's such on a massive scale. I don't know how, like for me, when I was growing up watching Star Wars, waiting for the Empire Strikes Back to come out and everything, and I was all ecstatic as a kid, and we had to wait. Think about that. We had to wait for like almost 2-3 years. Yep. This is just like waiting for the Empire Strikes Back to come out, but we get to have Empire Strikes Back for 10 episodes. So to me, it's on that scale. And I'm so looking forward to this. I am so looking forward to it.
That's
Andre. I have a question for JP really fast. Since you were at the party, I know you can't give any spoilers, but I have heard in some like Trek Movie and Trek Core write-ups with the producers that there are some big cameos that have not been revealed yet.
Oh boy! My goodness!
We like cameos at the party. Were the any possible cameos at the party?
You mean guests? Like guests that have
guests that were there?
Oh.
Guests that might be the cameos that have yet to be revealed.
I don't know if the episodes I saw were very main cast centric. Though I know there are some huge cameos coming up this season. As far as at the party, there was a lot of people there. Ahmed Best was there, but I don't know if he's in the show or not, because he always shows up because he's best friends with Jay Lee. Yeah, so I've run into him a few times. But I don't know. I had so many people from the Orville. I mean, Andre Bermanis.
I
Brandon Braga, John Cassar, Seth MacFarlane. They're all coming up to me, so it was hard to notice anybody else.
Cool.
You see, Muhammad, Andre Bormanis, he's a we're just kidding.
As if they're not friends.
Kind of what you do, basically. You know him, you're buddies with him, right?
Yeah, no, he's great. I love him.
We love him too. We got to have him back on the show. Andre, though, I wanted to ask you, you've got a big screen TV for us, right? Because these guys keep talking about movie quality, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch this on my computer. Then I got to go play Andre's place and on his big screen TV.
So Joe, I just want to see all of the visual effects. I know that just looking at the previews for season 3, I mean, they've leveled up so much in the visual effects. Like obviously with the ship I created in the background, and I'm a big ship.
Oh my God! Show us the ship you created.
Sure. Yeah. So I make starships. I love them. This is my USS Pegasus. It's a fan-made Warp 7 starship. Built it from the ground up. Thank you. Yeah. So that was my vision of what the first Warp 7 starship was for Starfleet. So I'm always in Ryan's ear about like different technologies and stuff, and just I'm looking forward to seeing more ships, bigger star bases in this next season of Orville. So I hope that you got to see some of that. JP,
I did.
I want to see it all.
There's a lot. You're going to be very happy. You're going to be seeing new stuff, new areres. You're going to
more
things
ships?
That you thought more ships.
I need more musical references.
And there's one really cool. There's one really cool craft. I can't wait for you to see.
Oh my gosh. I just need Dr. Finn and Isaac to get back together so that all can be right in my world again.
We all need that.
Joe Colton, this is important. Who's your least favorite character?
Ryan's like, do not say Dan.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't answer that.
I have a question for Joe.
Do you have some? Go ahead, Mohammed.
Yeah, I'll interrupt so we don't answer that question.
She looked at me like, you asked everybody all these great questions.
I feel so attacked.
You were kind of sorry.
So you were talking. I don't remember if it was you or if there was a discussion about your role. So you're a captain of another ship as opposed to the main ship. Is that? I wonder. I was trying to think if there's a Star Trek. Of course, I was a Star Trek fan and podcast. I was thinking about that. The closest reference I could think of like that would be in season 4 of Enterprise. Remember, there was that NX-02 ship, right?
Yeah.
And that was
Columbia.
Columbia, exactly. So,
Yeah.
and there the captain was kind of the reality check for Archer sometimes when he was going off astray.
FYI, Seth MacFarlane served aboard both the NX-01 and the NX-02.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Amazing.
So my ship is called the USS Starliner.
Okay.
And Eric's ship obviously is the USS Eisenberg, with a connection. So yes, it's something like that. And we definitely wanted that parallel to occur in our show.
Okay.
I mean, we even named Joe's character's name, Emmett, is paying homage to Emmett, Dr. Emmett from Back to the Future. Like, there's a lot of, we did a lot of we try to make a lot of connections for those fans that are heavy duty fans. And you know, we like, even as you watch the series, you're going to see a lot of different nods. The puppet episode, of course, I'm a big Muppets fan. I grew up on, so it was like I said again, we were touching on the vein of Orville, and I was like, I wanted to do a puppet. And I, you know, when I saw Kermit on Seth's desk, or you know, and I was like Captain Mercer's desk, and I was like, you know, I want to do an episode about what happens if the captain turned into a puppet. And
on a puppet planet.
On a puppet planet.
Oh no!
And we just kind of ran with the writer sat down. We just started writing. Ryan Lessick wrote out the script, and we were just having a ball with it, even on set filming. And
it was ridiculous. They made a puppet of me, and it sounded so squeaky.
Oh my god!
Maybe the puppet translator was malfunctioning.
Right. But Muhammad, the fans, if they look really closely and listen to certain things in the series that we're doing, it's got connections to all of sci-fi. So nice. Some of them are not obvious. You got to be like they're deep cuts, but they're there if you look for them. So
like Jay Tyson, who designed my the Captain Rick, as I call Commander Rick, as I call him, the Commander Rick puppet, worked on Muppets in Space with Jim Henson and Frank Oz and all of them. So, and he was one of the voices of the puppet, the elder puppet on the in the episode. So we like Joe said, we try to go deep cuts on a lot of stuff. So we're just having fun. Now, look, I had JP in the pilot episode because it wouldn't be an Orville fan series without having JP as one of the supporting cast.
That's true.
You know, and yes, and believe it or not, people have been asking me, when is JP coming back? JP is coming back. JP knows how
COVID slowed us down too.
Yeah. And so, and again, just having a lot of fun and being inspired to do this. Like I said, with Egotastic Fun Time, talking to Orville, it's been like JP, when he does his show on YouTube, it inspires me to keep it going and keep it motivated and all that stuff. And JP, we call him the Orville evangelist. Yes, the evangelist. The evangelist. And JP does such an outstanding job in rallying the fans and keeping the fans motivated and letting everyone know what's going on. He knows the pulse of the Orville for the fans, to show the fans what it truly means to be a true Orville fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, speaking of, oh my God, Anne-Marie. Okay, we'll definitely get to that question in a second. But speaking of a true Orville fan, we have Orville Nation right now in the chat. Hello, PJ. Thank you for joining us, Orville Nation. Hello. We love you.
Nation.
We see them popping around. All right, Anne-Marie, did you just ask who everybody's shipping?
Who? Isaac's a person. Isaac's a
Peter, who are you shipping in the Orville?
Shipping?
Anne-Marie, would you like to explain what?
Oh my gosh,
different kind of ship.
Different kind of ship, Peter. Relation shipping.
Not like UPS. FedEx.
You are pairing up?
Yes.
What, the whole Yaphet thing and the doctor's over with, I guess?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, did you see somebody did a fake commercial meme where you can order Yaphet slime and they're pretending that it's from the Hulu store and it comes with the Dr. Finn in the slime.
So you get that inside of the slime?
Yes.
That's pretty graphic.
I was like, is this really at the Hulu store? And then I checked and no.
Oh.
That's a whole new meaning to the word I've been
What
slime.
about that? Yeah.
All right, guys. So who are you guys shipping? This is very important.
This is
Anne Marie would
important.
not ask it unless it was important.
Very important to me.
All
You're
right.
talking about having a relationship with somebody?
Who do you want to see
Two people
get
on screen.
together?
Oh,
Who
who do
I'm
I
rooting
want to
for.
see get together?
Yes.
I want to see the whole ship just take off their clothes and get in a big old pile.
That could happen.
That's a real ship.
There was that one
was
episode
an
which is
episode
close
of
to
Lower
that.
Deck.
That could be an episode.
An episode of Lower Deck.
I want to say I am shipping Bortus and holodeck drama. That made me
Oh,
laugh so
yes.
hard.
Yes.
I
That's
don't
a
think
great
he's
one.
done with all those characters.
Bortus
You
and
have had
Holodeck.
enough
Oh, I like the
injections.
holodeck one.
Are we going to get to see the Mocklin
great.
smoke again?
We can only
There's going to
hope.
be a lot of Mocklins discovering new things
I'm sure.
to have fun with
Oh.
this season.
Oh, that's all I can ask for.
Is it ship related?
Oh, it's all over the ship, I'm sure.
I'm there for that.
Yes, me too.
Well, Joe, who are you most excited to see again? Because we all have like favorite characters, and it's a slightly different question than a favorite character question. But do you have one or two characters that you just can't wait to see them again, or you can't wait to see what's new or what's in store for them?
So I love Kelly Grayson. Like she's
Yay.
I love her.
She's one of my favorites.
And I
She's such a
always
good
want to see
actor.
what she's up to. I don't know. Maybe Mocklin. I don't know. Like I want to see everybody. I am curious to see the new like crew and new like stuff that's happening. Like I'm more curious about that because
We do have
know
a
I'm
new
gonna-
crew member,
yeah. So I'm more
Charlie Burke.
Yes, so I'm excited to see the main crew, but I'm kind of really like I'm getting a like an itchy feeling for the new crew member. Like I want to, because she's never been around, right? So I'm like her. I want to know
Same.
what her story is. Like,
Oh my gosh, do you think she'll appreciate Dan's poetry?
Somebody will.
I can only hope.
I
We
hope
do.
so.
That is a romantic
her
heart
thing,
just waiting
right?
to be discovered.
That could be her thing. She loves his poetry.
I hope so. Poor guy.
Andre, you seem like you could do a pretty good Lieutenant Dan impression,
I
actually.
think I can do a pretty good impression of Dan.
But do you
His
like
voice is just-
restoring furniture?
Yeah, let's ask everybody that. Anne Marie, who are you? Not to do an impression. Who are you most excited to look to see? Whether it's an old character or a new character.
Isaac reaction shots always get me every time. Can never get enough. And then I just love Dr. Finn. She's wonderful. And then also, because also there's the headcanon of Sirach floating around somewhere as her long lost son from a previous relationship or marriage. So I love it all. And her sons are amazing, especially the one who plays piano. He's such a gorgeous pianist. I'd love to see like another concert. And yeah, I just really love everybody.
That's true. Yeah, we're really championing Sirach Lofton, who played Jake Sisko, of course, who was Cassidy Yates' stepson. We're hoping he can show up on the ship and be like a nephew or something that, something related.
An older
Be
stepbrother.
amazing.
Yeah.
Muhammad, what do you think? Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Well, I agree with Joe that I'm very curious about the new person. And the person who I feel is underutilized and I'd like to see more of would be John Lamar. I always thought he was a very interesting character, but I would like to see more. But I think if I had to pick just one that I'm just very curious, like what's going to happen with him, I think I'd actually go with Isaac.
You think
He's in a weird place. He's in a weird place right now. It's like, okay, now what's going to happen with you? Like, yeah.
Do you think they're going to use John Lamar more or less now that he's in engineering?
I hope
he's not going to be with them in the main stories as much, but he's going to have more opportunities to just be him and one other person doing their own little B plot.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm
season
hoping
2,
for.
they brought him. In season 2, they brought him back to hang out on the bridge a lot. Yeah. So he still gets in. He's just not at the helm.
Does he get to bring his drink now?
Maybe part of the promotion was to, make a good effort to be a good role model. So maybe not.
I was thinking maybe they'll call on him more, like just to have like a brainstorm or like bring him back to the bridge, or
like
just
Geordi.
Yeah, like Geordi or like call back like Scotty, like
you giving her all she's got, Captain.
All right. Speaking of giving her all she's got, Peter, do you have some favorite characters that you are really looking forward to seeing?
I kind of want to see they do a bit of a continuing storyline with the Moclan females.
Yes.
That's interesting. I find that very interesting.
So Peter.
That's sort of a little bit, got some of that of today's.
Well, it was confirmed a few months ago that Rena Owen, who plays Havina, the main leader female Moclan, she is returning this season. So nice. I would assume that we're going to get some sort of story like that.
You want some more Dolly.
Yep, that's what
we want a Dolly cameo.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'd like to see a little bit that hit on. And also like the fact that Isaac's sort of like Odo in a way that his people are doing all the bad stuff. And he's sort of the Odo character. That's how I kind of relate him to, except he's less cranky.
Oh my
gosh. Speaking of cranky, what about you, Andre? Any thoughts on that?
I'm not that cranky. Well, I will tell you who I will miss. And this happened during the pandemic. Yaphet, like the actor that played him when he passed, he was one of my absolute favorites. I will absolutely miss him. I think who I'm looking forward to seeing is more of Isaac's people. Like I thought that whole segue with his planet and them kind of launching the master plan to just invade and destroy everybody was horrifying and wonderful. And I'd like to see the ramifications of their battle, them losing it with the rest of the Union.
What was that 2-part episode
called? Identity.
Right. Was that the best moment in science fiction for that year? I felt like it was.
Yes. No, it was Singing in the Rain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was nominated for a lot of things.
Really?
Those 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
JP, best of both worlds.
What about exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
What about you, JP?
I'm with Andre. I want to see, and we will see throughout the entire season, more Yaphet. We lost Norm Macdonald, and but he finished all of his work for season 3. So you won't be missing Yaphet this season. But if we get renewed for a 4th season, which I'm pretty sure we will, and you'll see why when you see the upcoming episodes, then they'll have to figure out what to do with the character.
JP, are you telling us that contrary to many of the rumors and murmurs of the past couple of years that we will be seeing a season 4?
Okay.
I think for sure that we will be. I know that I talked to Seth, put out a video just the other day. He says he's totally up for more.
Nice.
People want more. And
I went out with a Hulu executive, and he told me that as long as Seth is interested, he like the Hulu president is eager to keep him happy. So it will be renewed for as long as Seth wants it. Like, that's like a golden rule at Hulu right now.
Yeah, well, it should be, because I mean this entire franchise has the possibility to keep going for another 50 years.
Yes.
And Seth says he wants more. It's just if people show up and tune in and they want it, he is totally up to do more. He says this is the most fun he's ever had writing for any show that he's done.
Really?
And he's very grateful he took it off of Fox too.
Oh, I have another question for you, JP. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I heard that Seth sang at the premiere party. And I was wondering if you got to hear it and what he sang.
Oh, he roasted Fox. He had a whole routine where he roasted Fox. And
you heard it here 5th.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this for a long time. When you see this new season, you will understand why it was so good to leave primetime television, because the quality that we're getting would never have been possible.
Wow.
And I know for a fact that once people see it, they'll be like, oh, this was the only way to get this. So this is an amazing thing that they did.
Wow.
To move to streaming. You don't get this type of show. Would you get Stranger Things on CBS or Fox or NBC? No, you can't.
Right.
That's not how it works anymore for the quality that you want from these shows.
So JP, was it like basically like their hands were kind of tied with like restrictions and like being put in a box and the parameters? Is that
when
like
they were
that,
on prime time, every show is in a box. You have to abide by certain rules. You have to cut things out. You can't tell the full story because you have a time limit. This you will notice right away. They do not rush with this new season. It'll be you'll get into the plot and the story of this of an episode. 10 minutes will go by and then they'll play the theme song. They let you get into it. They take the moments. They get those extra moments, those character moments, those reactions. And yet the whole time it is just flying by. But after about 45 minutes, my internal TV clock started going, bing, 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 bing. It's probably time to wrap up the episode. And I looked, nope, another 30 minutes left.
That's cool.
So, wow. I mean, and there's really longer episodes coming.
Oh, yeah. All right, Eric. Finally, let's find out who is the person that you're most. I'm just going to guess. Is it Tala?
No, actually, first off, I want to know. I want to see where the series is going to go since the season finale, because there was a major shift that happened, and also I'm looking forward to seeing the evolution of Gordon. We already kind of got a chance to see John's evolution, but the evolution of the entire cast. But Gordon, definitely. You're going to see him probably go through a major evolution. You already see it kind of in the trailer, how he's carrying himself. But also, I want to see some of the shenanigans that him and John might pull off in this season to see if they're going to do anything crazy. But the whole evolution of all the characters. We know from prior series like Star Trek, you get to see these characters from season 1. You see them at a certain point in the beginning, and then you see them going through this evolution of change. So with this season, with the restrictions being like their hands, with Seth's hands not being as tied, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a major evolution of a lot of the characters on the show, especially with Gordon, especially with Bortus. And now, like I said, I'm looking forward to this scene where we're going to go after the major shift. And like I said, when I saw the trailer for the bridge, and it was a whole new bridge, and then we saw the trailer of the ship on the outside, I knew it was going to go in a whole new direction. So it's almost like what Deep Space Nine did in the beginning, in the first couple of seasons. It was one way, and then all of a sudden it shifted. And the music, everything from the music to the style of the show changed. It's the same way with Orville. Orville is majorly taking a major evolution change. And I'm like,
what if Seth grew facial hair for season 3?
Was that?
What if Seth MacFarlane grew facial hair for season 3, like TNG and Riker?
He had a little bit in the season 2 finale,
right?
Yeah.
I just want Bortus's mustache back. That mustache was just amazing.
That's where that was going.
Yeah.
What if next season he's like, I would like eyebrows? He becomes more expressive.
Our buddy at Orville Nation says, speaking of which, I like Eric's new goatee look.
Yes, I'm maintaining that. Yes, because even Captain Gerald went through an evolution. He had a clean shave in the beginning, and now he's growing the little soul patch or even the little goatee. So yeah, like I said, and I love seeing that. I love seeing how a character can change in a series, and to see them where they were at in the beginning. That means you followed their journey. And when you can pull in and you write it well, and you pull in the audience, and they follow it, and they want to see more, that means you're doing your job. You're not just in the writing and in the acting, it's just the story overall. So yeah, that to me, it's good storytelling.
I'm really excited to see the new character. What's her name? Charlie something?
Charlie Burke, played by Ann Winters, who's good people, by the way.
Oh yeah, I just saw pictures of you with her.
She is really great. She sought me out and she's had a lot to say. So we talked about the Orville, her character, life, the internet, all that great stuff. And then, but also her character is awesome.
Really?
She's a great actor. She really matches the level of everyone else on the show. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. You're going to have a lot to say about her. I guarantee you that.
I'm looking forward to
And
that.
we
I mean,
also
new
had
characters is always the exciting thing for
Yeah.
me. What's up, Emery?
I need to know, does Peter have any Orville ships on his ceiling, or are any in the works?
I have the Orville on the ceiling.
Nice. Any
Love
coming
to see
up,
it.
or just Orville right now?
It's the large Orville, and it's next to the Galaxy Quest.
Ooh.
Oh, I see them. I see them both.
Oh, that's a
right there
fun
on the right.
section.
Right by Elvira.
Yeah. Where they
Boy.
belong.
It's where I put the miscellaneous ships.
Wait. Put
Fun.
it back. Sorry, I just spotlit you. Pull it back to where it was. Okay.
Oh, that's so pretty. By the
All right.
Elvira. Like, Peter doesn't have 8,000 Elviras in his apartment.
I have as much dedication to Elvira as I do Star Trek.
Oh, you guys, Orville Nation also reminds us, he says, please share the stream for virtual TrekCon. Yes. Thanks, Orville Nation. I should have said that at the top. Everybody go ahead and please like this, give us 5-star ratings, share, tell your friends, and go seek out all these people online and tell them what a great job they did. We'll get to that in just a minute. We only have a few more minutes with this amazing Orville panel. And I'm actually more excited to watch Orville now than I already was. And I didn't think that was.
Yeah, it's Orville Eve. Can't even wait.
Everybody at home right now, we'll explain why in a second. Right now, it's time to turn the page to Star Trek. Give us your top 5 Star Trek series in order. There are 11 shows. Don't go all the way down to 11 because in this world right now, it's kind of like insult by omission, even if you say if you give your top 8 of something, then people go, well, what about this one? What about that one? But just if you kind of keep it at top 5, then you're not really, doesn't feel like an attack on the others, but just give us say 1 Voyager, 2 Next Generation, 3 Discovery, 4 Lower Decks, whatever like that, 1 through 5. We'll tell you why in a second. Before we get to that though, Peter, besides Star Trek Las Vegas, or if it is Star Trek Las Vegas, is there anywhere people can find you if they'd like to say hello to you online or in person?
I'm just on Facebook. I keep my social media to a bare minimum. So, yeah, and I traveling all over the place and stuff. So I just kind of I'm on Facebook. That's about it.
So it's Star Trek Las Vegas. Got it.
Yeah, Star Trek Las Vegas. That'll work.
You'll be around me, you guys. You'll see us together probably. Andre, if you'd like to be found online, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook or at youtube.com/SaxmanDre. That's my music stuff. But if you like my 3D art, I'm at artstation.com Sci-fi Dre. So there's more art coming.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Joe, if people want to go check out your cosplay or all of your tweets, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter as J. Colton Cosplay, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, which I should be better at. It's Joe Colton Cosplay, and then I don't have a Twitch.
Oh, Star Trek The Cruise website.
Yes,
just this week at AwesomeCon in DC.
Yes, I am going to be a guest as well as Muhammad. I'm very excited. So.
Awesome. What about you, Eric? What would you like to promote, or where would you like people to go check you out?
Definitely check out A Planetary Step on my YouTube channel, The Smoke 007. It's easy, all one word, The Smoke 007. I'm also on Instagram for updates on everything that's going on with cosplay, A Planetary Step, the films I'm in, the whole 9. The Smoke 007 on Instagram, Jericho 000 on TikTok, and The Smoke 000 on Twitter and Facebook. I'm all over the place. So
go check that out, everybody. Love Jericho. Real quick in the live chat, Rico Anderson has joined us, who was the Mocklin Doctor in episode 3 About a Girl. JP, where can people find you and your awesome show?
Wherever you find yourself on the internet, just type in, do a search for Talking to Orville. I'll pop up. All the things will pop up.
Yeah, I've watched you a couple times.
So fun.
Yeah.
Come watch me a couple more times.
Yeah.
I will. I plan on that.
Say hello.
So here is very quickly before we go, you guys, here is why I asked the question, what everybody's top 5 was, is because Screen Rant came out with an article in which they cited Rotten Tomatoes as Rotten Tomatoes, how they rated all the Star Trek series. And I just wanted to show you guys how they rated them before we let you go, just because I want to see if there are any reactions. Or Joe's already getting crazy. She's like putting on her seatbelt. She's like, oh boy.
So nervous.
Here we go. Number 11, Enterprise.
First of all, who wrote this article?
I know, Muhammad, right?
Okay.
Ooh, don't cross Muhammad.
You guys have any guesses for what number 10 is?
TAS.
Here it comes.
No,
It's a good guess.
I say Discovery.
Well, also, like, I doubt many TAS fans
Voyager.
Oh, no.
Really?
I'm shocked at that one.
Me too. That's
But it
There's
still
a
has
lot
a
of
70,
fans
but
of
it's-
Voyager.
But it still has a 76% approval rating on Rotten Tomato, which is pretty good.
Right. Fantastic. It's good for number 10 out of 11.
Is this one of those sites where artificial intelligence writes the article?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Number 9 is the original series.
What animated series gets better than TOS?
Yeah,
What?
this is so weird. If they even remember to put TAS,
Oh, maybe they forgot.
it might have been
That
short
started
cuts or
everything.
something.
Well, you're about to find out. Number 8, Lower Decks.
Lower Decks.
Oh, that's underrated.
Oh my
That
God, I'm
should
gonna
be
need my
higher.
inhaler.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Yeah.
every time you
It's
say
totally
something's
underrated.
underrated, it means something else was overrated. That's what's so hard about these things, you know?
Also, like,
True.
when you look at how many people they're talking about, like, people were writing up Strange New Worlds like last week or the week before, and you looked at it and it was 11 reviewers. The end, like, the sample size was 11 people.
Well, I
Okay.
think every Trekkie would have a totally different, every single one of them have an individualistic, different type of rankings.
Oh,
They're all
And in
yeah.
the live
This is
chat,
true.
everybody had different answers too. That's why I kind of wanted to see
But,
where
like, to
they
base
were.
it on a sample size of 11 or less is kind of
All right, here it comes. Number 7, Discovery, Star
Mm.
Trek Discovery. Numbers, everybody got real quiet all of a sudden. Number 6.
It's 11 people who work on the show.
And when we're in the middle, everybody's kind of like they don't really know where to go. When it's
Yeah.
everybody groans at 10 and 11. Number 6, Star Trek Picard. Okay, number
Okay.
5, Deep Space Nine. Number 5. Well, at least it's better than Voyager.
I mean, that Voyager, there's no way that's 10. Voyager's
Yeah,
so good.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a top 4 to give you. Number
TAS
4
can't be in here
is
because that'd be just bizarre at this point.
The Next Generation.
Yeah, there's no way TNG's 4. Give me a break.
That's so
This is
such
confusing.
a weird.
Is number 1 Prodigy?
If the animated series is going to be number 1, I'm going to be really shocked.
I know.
Oh my God.
Eric, I can
Prodigy?
see your head getting ready to explode right now. Here we go. Number 3 is Prodigy. Or
I
Star
would put
Trek
that further
Prodigy at
down.
number 3.
Yeah.
Wait. Weren't they
Yeah,
both
Kids' Choice
91%?
Award.
What
I
was
don't know.
4 again?
It might be a
No, it's
decimal not
not
shown.
two.
Here we go. Number 2. Anne-Marie, stop being so scientific. Number 2, the animated series.
Oh my
not
God.
Wow.
Get
What?
out. No way.
How dare
It
you?
was only
Ridiculous.
2 years
Number
long.
1, right?
Yeah, probably 2 people voted for it. And said, like, we're
The only
gonna-
2 people that
Yeah,
watched
the people
it.
that wrote the article.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my
And
God.
then number 1, of course, is
I wanna see the method
Strange
section.
New Worlds.
I want to see the methods section.
You
of
can't
it.
even include, I wouldn't even include that yet because it's not finished.
It's
4
not even a
episodes.
full. Right. There hasn't been a
I have
full
to say,
season
Strange New
yet.
Can't be
World
rated
stands out for
till
me right now.
Everybody's so mad
It's
right
really
now. I love it.
good. It is
That's
really
crazy.
good.
How many
I'm not
Right.
even mad. It's just the internet.
It's
Yeah.
really good. However, there hasn't been a full season of Strange New Worlds yet. Like,
Right.
We're at episode 4, right?
Right now,
it's gonna be
Andre's
the
like,
best
I'm
ever.
not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I will die on a hill for Strange New Worlds. I love the writing. I am
Yeah.
obsessed with this crew.
Yes,
Like, I think it's going to be the best.
All of that. All of that. However, not done yet.
They have to get a full season under their belt first.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's the end of the Orville talk. I just wanted to like leave you upset when you walked out of here. I wanted you guys to be like, wonderful. This was a terrible experience. I have more to say on this.
Oh my gosh.
But thanks for joining us, JP, Eric, Andre, Joe, and Peter. This has been so much fun, and we really hope to see all of you again at some point soon as we talk about the Orville for the next 2.5 months. It's going to be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It will be your favorite
Hulu,
season.
Those who didn't.
Nice.
Yes, sign up.
If any of you guys are going to AwesomeCon, the guys that are watching this right now, please go to Muhammad's panel. He's amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's where all the cool kids will be.
Yours will be great.
They named the convention after him.
Right?
Yes, they did.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thanks for
gosh,
having
happy
me.
Orville.
Bye, everybody.
Enjoy the episode.
Thanks.
Okay. Dude, you guys got to see the live chat right now. The live
what
chat
injustice
is
that
just
the TAS is above DS9? What is
Oh, you guys, we're not ending the show. You guys have to show yourselves out.
Here's your hat. What's your hurt? All right.
Unless you guys want to stick around for all the Star Trek talk, which I'm sure nobody wants that.
I'm going to go think about Star Trek. I don't have to talk about it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Ryan, for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
You've got to see the live chat. Right? Oh, but Rico Anderson says Strange New Worlds is the truth.
Oh.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That Gorn episode sold it for me. I mean, I really felt they were all going to be bodied, even though I knew they were going to survive. It felt really dangerous.
Look at David Gregory said his night was bumped up tenfold seeing Peter's ships.
Aww.
That's true.
Peter,
always a pleasure.
Peter, for that reason, are you sticking around? You look like you're sticking around for the Star
you want
Trek
me
talk.
would you like me to? I can.
Up to you guys if you want to stick around.
You have to ask me like twice if I want more Peter in my life.
Andre, what do you say?
I'm looking forward to the
stick around and go
convention. So
all right, we're bringing on Melissa Longo. It seems like Peter and Andre are here for the shade.
Darn.
All right.
Oh, I love shade. You know it.
I know
big
you
old
do.
mug. This mug
Melissa.
right here, ready to go.
Melissa Longo is joining us. Everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
We saw you in the live chat. Thank you so much for keeping the live chat pleasant and happy. Let's say hello to the people in the live chat. We've got Scott Jensen, one Trek fan. David Gregory is having problems. While we were reading that, he's saying oy vey. He's like, what did he say? Ryan knows how to get us going. He's pissed, and I'm here for it.
Crazy.
Orville Nation is giving claps because he's just like, do it. Throw out more random ratings. Melissa, did you see the ratings that we just read out? How fun were those?
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Oh, that's right. You were the one. But did you
read all this?
Yes. Yes. And I don't know how they decided which order to put the 91 percenters in, because there were 3 of them.
By the way, everybody at home, Melissa Longo sent that in.
Quality article.
Well, you know, it was controversial, so
loved it. I love that the animated series was number 2, so just funny. To like give us all like brain freeze.
2 seasons.
How could they not give it number 1, right?
That's the problem.
I thought they would have left it off.
How did
people leave that off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Melissa, you were listening, and do you have any thoughts on the Orville before we fully change the channel on that?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it. I can't wait to watch the new season. I watched the last 2 episodes last week, I believe, just to catch up.
Nice.
You know, because it's been a long time. And I it's fun where they left off because, like Mohammed has mentioned, the sky is the limit now, with the show. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they'll bring and how Hulu has upped the bar for them, raised the bar for them.
Can we just acknowledge Orville Nation? Orville Nation, you and I and Mohammed are going to start a club because he says my poor Enterprise at number 11 with a cry. We're like, Enterprise deserves that. Everybody's shitting on the Enterprise.
That's rotten.
Make Rotten Tomatoes account and go vote.
True,
but
good point.
Somebody has to be. That's the problem, is when you have Star Trek and you have like 11 really good series, they can't be an 11-way tie for first,
10.5.
10.5. How dare you?
But there was a 3-way tie, and how did they decide which one was which?
Alphabetical order, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe.
Hey, Faith Howell, how are you? She says, while I am admittedly not a huge fan of the animated series. All right, moving on. No, she continues. Does get major kudos from me for actually having the actual actors voicing the characters. That's one of my peeves with most cartoons for movies or TV. Yeah, good point. All right. And Melissa, who are you most excited to see in the Orville?
Well, I hope they bring Alara back because she was my favorite. She was my favorite. But when she left, I love Isaac and Dr. Finn. And
Isaac
Bortus.
reaction shots is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It's the best thing in the entire universe. I cannot get enough. And they when you start binging them, they actually start meaning something in your mind. I'm like, yeah, I can tell what he's feeling. And I'm like, okay, I need to take a break and go outside.
Yeah, they're like, but Isaac, how could you? And it cuts to Isaac.
But I mean, in the promotions for season 3, it looks like they're changing his eye colors and stuff. We'll see if that's him or other Kaylon.
Ooh.
And the actor is so amazing to hear from.
Maybe he'll be like a octopus who changes color to express emotion. Maybe he'll learn how to express emotion through color change. I don't know. That could be fun. Could be fun to play with.
Good idea. Very creative.
I would love to see more of Zelaya.
I like him being bare bones. Oh yeah.
The high gravity world.
And I need way more bar situations with Jason Alexander. I love those scenes so much.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And who was it? Was it Patrick Warburton that had like the elephant looking guy with the trunk that went to his stomach?
Oh, he was so funny.
Right? Love that.
Yeah,
dude.
he was funny.
Okay. Carl. Melissa, Carl was his name?
I think it was Carl or Tharl.
No, it was
Tharl,
a simple 1-syllable name. It was like not even alien. It was just like George or something like that.
That's the best.
George, what are you doing? Oh my god. That was
I love that.
Yeah, it sounds very Seinfeld.
That was his mom, yeah.
That's Melissa, Ryan's rendition of Seinfeld.
Should we do it this way? Melissa, what are your top 5 Star Trek series? Mohammed's like, I am not answering that question. Everybody else can answer, but I'm not.
I made a list just in case.
Top 5 is Deep Space Nine. Surprise, surprise. Is number 1 in my book. I'm gonna say, even though we're only 4 episodes in, Strange New Worlds is at number 2 for me now.
Wow. You work for Rotten Tomatoes. It's been great.
But and then that was 2. Number 3 is a tie between Enterprise and TNG, and then number 4 is
first alphabetical.
And then 4 is Prodigy, and then 5 is probably Lower Decks.
Wow, excellent. Real quick, let's read off some of the live chat's top 5. Let's see. Ace says Enterprise. Nice. Enterprise needs to get a little bit of love. Enterprise, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Picard, and Next Generation. Chuck A says Deep Space Nine, TNG, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, Prodigy. Pat Benatar says Enterprise, TNG, Strange New Worlds, Deep Space Nine, and Discovery. Chuck A says he saw Ryan and Peter together last Star Trek Las Vegas, walking near each other. One Trek fan says original series, Strange New Worlds, Deep Space Nine, Lower Decks. 5, she cannot choose. Scott Jensen says,
yeah, Scott Jensen is shocking.
Deep Space Nine, original series, Strange New Worlds, Discovery, Prodigy. Maverick says original series, Voyager, Strange New Worlds, Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, Prodigy, Discovery, Enterprise. That's a weird top 5, but good stuff there though. Anyway, I just like how everybody's is totally different always. It's always like a mix of old and new and all that. Andre, do you have a top 5 for us?
I do, and I rank this in terms of binge watching what I'll rewatch. To say number 5 would be Discovery, and TOS. I was tied there. Number 4, Deep Space Nine. Number 3, Next Generation. Number 2, Lower Decks. Number 1, Strange New Worlds. I'm obsessed. Yeah.
Strange New Worlds is killing it right now. This is so cool. Wow. All right, Anne-Marie, and you guys can choose to not answer if you'd like. Anne-Marie,
I might not answer. I don't know. It's really hard.
Let me see. I can guess.
I'm also starting to like TOS a lot more now that I'm rewatching with us Strange New World.
Yeah, but it's not cracking the top 5.
Orville. I don't know.
Anne-Marie goes Next Generation 1 because that has the most Loxana Troy.
Yeah, and it's
and 2 is Deep Space Nine.
Yep.
I think her number 3 is going to be well,
so obvious.
it might be Lower Decks or Strange New Worlds.
Voyager.
And Voyager. Peter, do you have a top 5?
I would start with DS9, of course. It's hard to avoid it now because it's on every day. So I get to, it just happens to be on coincidentally. DS9, then I would say Voyager. I do like Voyager. I didn't like it that much at first, but it grew on me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Voyager, and then the original series because I grew up with that, and I'm literally only 7 days older than the show. So
wow.
So that, and then Lower Decks, and then I would say Strange New Worlds right now. It's number 5 on my thing. I like it.
A show with only 4 episodes be taking the world by storm.
Oh wait, that can be. Wait, are we done talking about top 5s? I can't keep track.
Unless Muhammad wants to give his.
Oh yeah.
Top 5. I did not rank them. I'm just gonna have top 5 and just leave it at that. So in no particular order, I have. And it's for me, it's just kind of like on average quality. It actually doesn't go with what I would go back and watch. I have Prodigy, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, also Enterprise, and Deep Space Nine.
Ooh,
I love that top 5.
Voyager's like an honorable mention, I think.
It would be. I struggled there with. I know. One of them I almost pulled out and put Voyager, and I'm like,
okay, so.
Can we transition from Peter's birthday being near Star Trek Day, September 8th?
Yes, that's exactly where we're going. Yes, fantastic. Good work, Anne-Marie.
That's expert transition.
My favorite was when Anne-Marie said, my last name is Seagull, not Seagull. Okay.
Like more like seagull, like the word.
Okay, you guys, this is the craziest shade. Okay, you guys. Andre, I cannot wait to see what you have to say about this. So
I can't wait.
So a few days ago at Star Wars, whatever the Star Wars convention thing is, there was this thing that was announced. So here is an article from our friends over at IGN. We know them well. We go to their holiday parties, whatever. Star Wars Skeleton Crew officially announced for 2023 with Jude Law.
Wow.
So what this new show is about is
subtitle at the top. Oh yeah.
This new series will follow a group of 10-year-old kids from a small planet who get lost in that galaxy far, far away and must try to find their way home.
And it's animated.
And it's animated.
Voyager.
Does that sound?
That sounds familiar.
Or Prodigy.
Yeah, Prodigy, right? So
here's the shade.
They snatched our thunder.
Right. And Muhammad, you sent this in a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
So of course everybody's kind of like, wait, boy, that kind of sounds. So a bunch of kids take a ship, and like this is
right.
Okay. So you guys know the creators of Prodigy, Dan and Kevin Hageman, they tweeted out
an hour later
a very subtweet that just says, should have called dibs, Star Trek Prodigy.
Perfect.
So funny.
Maybe they'll even run into the protostar out there. Who knows?
Crossover
like an
episode.
hour after the announcement. I love it.
Unbelievable.
Virtual mic.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So
really?
Everybody should go find that tweet and go check out the comments. I haven't looked at the comments, but I bet
It's
they're juicy.
amazing. It's amazing.
I'm headed straight there.
Andre, would you have tweeted something so subtle and classy, or would you have gone in a little deeper?
Oh no, I would have just said,
Perfect.
I hope they meet them out there. Who knows? Because they're clearly headed to the same place as the protostar.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
I don't know. So if that wasn't enough, you guys. So this was a couple days ago, and everybody's like, is Star Wars Disney copying Star Trek?
Wait,
No.
really fast. I have to read you this comment. DQ
boy.
says next week, Star Wars introduces cute new character Durf.
You see, Peter, a Durf is never mind.
Oh, too funny.
Go ahead, explain.
Okay,
No, I'm
sorry.
too shy. That's very funny. Good job. That was DQ that said that.
Yes, that's hilarious.
What an enigma.
They'll get the plushie out faster though.
I know.
Star Wars is doing it for the merchandising, though. I mean, like merchandising, like they want to put something, a bunch of semi-adorable like characters on a ship, have them get lost, sell lots of stuff.
And real quick, Rico Anderson gives us his top five. He says, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Lower Decks, Strange New Worlds, and he says, and I don't care what any of y'all say, Discovery. He's a fighter, that guy. Okay,
exactly.
So everybody at home, do you think Star Wars / Disney is copying Star Trek? Yes or no? Yes or no only. And for those of you that said no, then let us present Exhibit B.
Oh, really? There's more?
There's more.
Oh, Melissa,
this is great.
You haven't even lived until you saw what happened today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, Exhibit B. May I direct your attention back to the Twitterverse? First, let's just see if anybody is saying
And
no.
also a shout out to TrekCore, who's covering this very well. They're getting like the tweets out the second they drop with hilarious memes.
Hang on, we'll get to that in just a moment, Anne Marie Seagull, not Seagull, but Seagull. Okay, so here it is. Let us direct your attention to Exhibit B, in which Disney Plus on Twitter tweets out an announcement this morning that states, mark your calendars. Disney Plus Day is returning on September 8th.
They stole our birthday too.
I know.
So something.
September. Look at it says, and look at the graphic says Disney Day, September 8th, 2022.
They stole our birthday. They need to get their ass out of our Skittles.
Well, could they not be more obvious? I mean, it's pretty blatant.
That's terrible.
Like, come on, people.
That's shade.
In case you were wondering,
there's your imagination.
September 8th, doesn't matter what you heard, it's actually Disney Day. It's actually Disney Plus Day is what they call it. But then Trek Core, as Melissa
had been called before.
Yeah. As Melissa mentioned, or Anne-Marie mentioned here, let's see, we've got Trek Core, who apparently has been covering this
hilariously,
well.
starting
I
with
love
that,
Trek
like,
Core.
Tweets this
they're
out.
just
D
so
plus
funny.
coming for Star Trek Day.
I love their sense of humor.
That's amazing.
Pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
funny. That's funny.
He's like, we're taking you.
Wow.
That's shade.
Okay.
Wow.
I think Paramount Plus should just embrace this and create their own new series, call it like Koba Fett. You know, it's about this like Star Trek Universe bounty hunter.
Yeah, Jabba the Slut.
It's just nuts.
I think there's a little bit of healthy stealing amongst all the franchises. I love La'an Noonien Singh, but she is absolutely drummer. She's absolutely drummer, like
She
space
does look
drummer.
a lot like drummer. Yeah.
Looks just like her, and I'm here
What
for
show
it.
is
I love
that?
it.
From the Expanse.
But they're
I thought so.
no,
Yep.
but I think they're different characters.
Oh,
I can
totally.
see the resemblance, but they're not the same.
Oh, fair.
I love them both. Both characters are amazing and done by amazing actors. But yeah,
They're
I didn't-
tough, both tough, no nonsense, kind of guarded. I'll let it slide. I love it. I love her. I love them both for their roles.
sure.
And La'an was in Doctor Who before. I mean, that actress herself.
Really?
Yeah.
A couple of episodes.
Amazing.
Did not know.
She's amazing.
All right, let's get Peter's voice in on this. Peter, do you think
He
after
said
those
that they're out of
two,
his Skittles.
but maybe he was just being cutesy. What do you think? Is Disney and Star Trek copying Star Trek or Star Wars copying Star Trek deliberately, or do you think it's just a series of coincidences?
I don't think they're copying it, because if they were copying it, that would be way too obvious. Because I mean, Star Trek, and Star Wars is what it is, and but no, to put it on that day, and then I mean, I'll give them Prodigy if they want to do a Disney version of that, a Star Wars version of that. Hey, knock yourselves out, but don't take our birthday.
I know.
You can't take a franchise's birthday.
So
Wow.
funny, especially because they're not even calling it something different. Like they could be like, it's super fun Disney Town Day or something, but they're just like, nope, it's Disney Day.
It's Disney Day.
But I thought it was
That's
Star
the shade,
Nope,
though.
Disney Day.
They're releasing
just-
it on a day that we know is Star Trek Day, so it's perfect shade. And then they took the actual like idea behind Prodigy to shade Star Trek even more. Like, part of me is just saying, "Wow,"
but
and
why?
clapping.
But why? What
Right.
for?
It's messy.
What for? It's already been established. Star Trek has been established. Prodigy has already been established. Why?
It's a sci-fi wig snatch.
I have to say too, like,
match.
I think that
Right.
Orville and Star Trek are like so much classier in this situation. Like they're staggering the release times a few hours. You'll notice like there's no competing news this week from Star Trek for Orville. I think it's been handled very gracefully and like there's room for everybody. And it would have looked like so gross if Star Trek tried to steal some Orville thunder for this week. And I think it's Paramount's a total class act for doing that.
Yes.
And same with Orville for staggering their release date so that they're not both coming out right at the same times. And I feel like Star Wars could like take a page out of that kind of book.
Actually, we at Virtual TrekCon have done similar things where we just kind of took the high road and we're like, you know what, let's just do things the nice way and take the high road here. And by the way, we were also the first to do a virtual convention, everybody in the world, the first and biggest science fiction virtual convention ever. That's something that will never be taken away, no matter how many other people try to steal it from us. And by steal, I mean they just want to do it too, and that's totally cool. We love it.
Well, yeah, they just can't claim to be the first because they weren't.
So I do want to read the comments here. War Dogheim says that is epic. Just Rosie says LOL. Robert Kaiser says a ragtag group of kids get a ship in search of something. That doesn't sound like any show I have seen yet. But then it gets worse when we did the second one. And everybody's saying yes, they believe that they are copying.
Well,
but
there's
my favorite,
no reason to take that one day.
My favorite is one Trek fan says, "Oh my God," and then another comment, "Oh my God," and then another comment, "I'm disgusted."
Yes, Rika.
She is processing in real time here.
Oh, I like this.
So what's going to happen? Like, is Paramount just going to release Star Trek episodes that day and Disney release other stuff that day, and people just have to pick?
Well, they always do panels.
Yeah, I know, but I'm wondering like what's going to happen. Or yeah, that's what I mean in terms of the panels. Are they actually then going to be competing with each other?
Larry was wondering also, like, because last year for Star Trek Day it was also live, so he was like, are they going to do live event? Are they both going to do live events? Because Disney tends to have things live. Also,
that'd be sad if they're both doing live, because I mean they're directly competing for no reason. I mean, there's 365 days in the year. Really, you couldn't pick one other one?
And September 8th is culturally historical.
Because reasons. Yeah. Also, Rico Anderson says Disney riding dirty, man. that's right.
Paramount's killing
Not
it.
going high there.
They're killing it. All these Star Trek shows we have on right now, I'm sure Disney is sweating because they are making the numbers. Like Paramount is killing it. And I'm happy to see all this different Trek and so many different perspectives,
But you like Star Wars
I'm
too,
also
right?
really proud for Paramount.
I do.
Paramount totally took over the ad space in Times Square, and they've had it for like a month and a half now.
Wow.
And so I haven't even seen Obi-Wan Kenobi ads in Times Square because Paramount beat them at their own game, and it's really fun to see.
Okay, but who's seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, by the way, you guys?
Crickets.
Yeah, I barely know it's out because Paramount's got all this ad space everywhere. It's amazing.
It's good. I mean, I'll give them credit. It was decent first 2 episodes. It's okay. It's pretty good.
This is the correct time to mention, everybody, that tomorrow Falling Tower reveals our review of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus, The Evil Empire. That is at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, this coming Wednesday, June 1st. So check that out. I was about to say what I thought of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's how I know it's out, because you were watching it for Falling Tower. It's not even from an ad.
So, check that out. Make sure you check out Falling Towers, watch the first podcast, which watched the first episode of the series so that you don't have to, so that you guys that haven't seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, you could spend an hour watching our show to decide if it's worth spending an hour watching their show. It works out. Yeah.
You just come in at the very end for the terrible 2/ bottom line.
Mention the terrible 2s before the bottom line, you'll notice.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So that was the big news of the week, was just like, this is a shady week, man. First of all, that IGN, I think it was the IGN and Rotten Tomatoes, they just kind of threw a bunch of Star Trek series and we're like, yeah, whatever, pick them out randomly. See, put the one with 4 episodes first and the animated series nobody watches second. That'll really fuck them up. Fuck those Star Trek.
Was it paid for by Disney? No.
Put out that rating and that ranking.
Yeah.
Right. But show a little bit more class there, Disney, because
in the past when I went to the Star Trek
created so much great stuff, so they don't need to do all that underhanded crap.
The mouse has some funding. He has definitely some funding. And if you want to talk about shade, talk about the Mandalorian snatching Boba Fett during his own show. Literally, that was the best episode.
What? So they're scamming themselves?
They had the Mandalorian show
episode.
up in the middle of Boba Fett's show, and that was the best episode. Like, how do you shade your own show? Like, that's another channel, but yeah, it was interesting to see.
I don't know. I just feel like it's rude to take that day because it's like a culturally relevant day.
It was.
And Star Trek will always be the more inclusive, diverse compared to Disney. I don't care what anybody says. So like, it's just rude.
Actually, I don't believe that Star Trek has any Rhodians, Ewoks, Wookiees anywhere. So I don't know if they are as inclusive because they don't include any of those.
Okay, yeah, compared to Walt Disney, yeah.
Compared to Walt Disney, yeah. Everybody at home, a Rhodian is the Greedo alien. Everybody knows Greedo, right? The guy that supposedly didn't shoot first with Han Solo.
Yeah.
Rhodian. That's what those are. Sorry for dropping knowledge on you. I'm a closet Star Wars fan.
40-something years and didn't even care to know that.
All right, you guys.
It's okay if you're in or out of the closet. Be a fan of whatever you want to be a fan of.
And also, speaking of which, you guys, it is that time of the week for the Disney Day trivia game. Trivia question of the week. Just kidding, everybody. It's the Star Trek Day trivia game. And we do it every week because we got this trivia game on Star Trek Day of 2021. And thank you to Paramount Plus for hooking this up because this is giving us fun moments every week for a year. So here we go. And they have different levels. Some are like impossibly hard and some are impossibly easy. Love it. Okay, so here it comes. The question is, what type of fish? Just trying to see if anybody already knows. Oh, and by the way, don't answer yet, you guys. Let everybody in live chat do it. But here it comes. What type of fish does Captain Picard? Oh, now you guys are getting it. What type of fish does Captain Picard keep in his ready room? Is it A, a suckermouth catfish, B, a clownfish, C, a goldfish, or D, a lionfish? Once again, the question is, what type of fish does Captain Picard keep in his ready room? A, suckermouth catfish, B, clownfish, C, goldfish, or D, lionfish? All right, everybody's tabulating their answers. While we do that, let's tell you very quickly what to look forward to this week. As you know, tomorrow, June 1st, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Check out Falling Towers, watch the first podcast. We're going to be talking all about Star Wars. We're going to be talking well, mostly not all about Star Wars, but specifically Obi-Wan Kenobi. The guest will be Glee's Josh Sussman. He was also in Mr. Mayor and Superstore. Whatever. What's that show called?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, fun. And also our other special guest, huge Star Wars fan, Darth Shuey. June 1st is also Falling Tower Day. So this day falls on, we didn't take September 8th. We didn't know that everybody was doing that. Falling Tower Day has been June 1st ever since 2000. The year 2000 was dubbed Falling Tower Day, June 1st. So nobody take that.
There you go.
Okay,
right
really fast.
Yeah.
You know what you can also do before the first of the month? Apply or sign up for Patreon, the 7th rule, because especially for the low price of $30, you get to do a roundtable every month with Sirach, which is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I am too.
I get to do it for free.
Well, it's
Sirach is a delight, you guys. It is a great deal.
It's
Anne-Marie
a great deal.
The best.
and you have to get in there before the first of the month to get to do that month. So it's always
Try
a good
Bone
time
Thugs
to
and
remember.
Harmony.
The timing for doing that would be perfect because June 2nd is our man Ryan's birthday. So great way to
June
celebrate.
3rd.
Or sorry, 3rd.
June
Sorry,
3rd, yeah.
June 3rd.
That's
Close.
okay. I'm actually more excited for June 2nd.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why, everybody.
They're a Warriors game.
The Warriors finals.
No, because at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, the 7th Rule releases our review of Strange New Worlds episode 5. And if this episode sucks, it's going to plummet down to number 2 of the best shows of all time. So that's at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Check that out. Strockloft and myself will be watching that episode and discussing it. And yes, it's game 1 of the NBA Finals, Golden State Warriors versus Boston Celtics. So yes, this is why I'm actually looking forward to June 2nd the most.
I thought it's because Trek movie released pictures and there's a bullion in the episode. Which
yep, that too, totally. I do love bullions. Anyway, and Friday may or may not have some iteration of Star Trek and Chill. We will have to see. There are some moving parts, so stay tuned for information on that. Boy, oh boy. Then Sunday, Andre says Star Trek and Chill. I love it. And then Sunday, everybody, what is Sunday? This is the Deep Space Nine Season 4 review special on the 7th Rule, Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So check that out. Also, another bit of news we should have mentioned at the top. The 7th Rule has remastered all of our Deep Space Nine review episodes and are relaunching our flagship podcast. And when I say we remastered, I mean we watched Scott Jensen remaster because he's the one that did it. And we're just like, what's that? Can you put this there? And what's this thing do? And what's he's doing all the work. And we're remastering and relaunching our podcast, our flagship podcast. So go check that out, please. Anywhere you get your podcast, wherever it happens to be, just type in the 7th Rule and subscribe. Give us 5 stars, a nice rating and a nice review. It's going to help so much. It's going to really help us relaunch this thing. We just started a couple days ago, so there's no better time to get reacquainted with Deep Space Nine and the 7th Rule than right now. So get up in that thing.
Yeah, and you better leave a nice review because I'll be checking.
Scary, this walking exclamation point. Okay, so that's it. So everybody knows what is the answer to the question.
Until last week, I would have said goldfish. I just learned that they're different.
It's a lionfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just learned that.
Also known as a turkey fish.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, did you give us your top 5 Star Trek series?
No, I snuck out of that so fast. I did not do that on purpose, but maybe I could. I don't know. It's tough for me. Next Generation and Deep Space Nine have to be there.
Okay.
I don't know if I can narrow down to 5 though. I don't know, because I like them all for different reasons. Like I like the animated series just because it's so cute and the song is so snazzy, and I like the Enterprise because somebody has to.
And Muhammad too.
And
so does Stephanie.
You know, and I think that all the series do something great in its own way. Like for me, I'm not the biggest original series fan at all, but it's the most important of them all. It's the one that did everything. So I don't know. And we are out of time, everybody. So sorry. Otherwise, boy, would I love to answer that question that I dodged. So
kinda.
Before we go, Melissa Longo, can you tell everybody where they can find you online should you choose to be found?
Melissa Longo, that's me. You can just type it into the social medias and that's where I'll be, or sometimes on the 7th Rule or sometimes on Falling Towers, sometimes virtual TrekCon stuff, and the YouTube at Melissa Longo.
Always awesome.
Mm-hmm. What about you, walking exclamation point, Anne-Marie Siegel?
Okay, first of all, congratulations on your new granddaughter, Wardachheim. That's exciting.
What?
Congratulations.
Know.
That's awesome.
So cute.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bill. That's really cool.
For me, Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel 1. And also stalking iTunes reviews. I'll be watching.
Good,
dude.
Good
you guys
follow.
You don't even know.
Please leave us some really nice reviews. The seventh rule, anywhere that you get your podcast, because if you don't, not only will Anne-Marie be really mad at
Hunt
you,
down.
but she'll also let us hear it a lot too. She'll be like, "Did you see this review?"
Yeah, I screenshot them.
She remembers. She gets receipts.
Yeah.
Dr. Muhammad Noor, where can everybody find you should you choose to be found?
Sure. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is Maf Noor, M-A-F like Frank, Noor, and like November O-O-R, or on YouTube as Biotrekkie, B-I-O-T-R-E-K-K-I-E.
Awesome. And everybody, if you'd like to find me, you could just, Google Ryan T. Husk and just whatever. You can follow me on any of the things that pop up there. Hopefully, I haven't Googled myself. I hope nothing weird comes up. Or else just any social media, and especially on YouTube, either Virtual TrekCon or Falling Tower or the Seventh Rule. That's where I'll be, pushing buttons and faking smiles. So,
love your smiles.
Melissa.
What?
She was like, mm-hmm.
What? I didn't do that. Mm-hmm. I can do that though.
Pretty good. Everybody at home, before we go, I just want to point out a fun story about Andre Kottman here, so that he can't escape yet, because Melissa just reminded me that Andre Kottman has the best side eye of anybody I know. Anne-Marie, what's it called? What's side communication or side language? What's it, or eye talk? What's that term? You guys, anybody know?
So inadvertent.
No, it's like eye communication. Eye talk? That doesn't sound right. That sounds like an Apple product. Anyway.
You mean like nonverbal communication?
No.
Stink eye?
No. Anyway, somebody knows what I'm talking about. So one time Andre's over at my place and we're partying. I think we're having a Discovery Watch party or something like that and being fools. And somebody mentions Dr. Dre. And it may have been Rico or Sirach or somebody. And I, just to troll them, I pretend like I don't know who that is. I go, "Oh, who's Dr. Dre? He sounds cool." I don't remember exactly how to put it, but I just like,
I forgot about him.
That's interesting. Is that the guy that did Love Line? And then, so either way, so they stop and like the whole room kind of got quiet. And they're like, "You don't know who Dr. Dre is?" And Andre was sipping his drink on. And he gave this look like I'm not going to jump on you, but I'm not going to pull them off of you for jumping when they jump on
I'm really
you.
nice. My side eye and resting bitch face are very inadvertent. I promise.
Pretty good at it. Anyway, thank you all very much for joining us. Peter doesn't give side eye because he just tells you exactly how he feels very happily.
Pretty much.
Everybody in the chat say happy birthday to Ryan early. Happy birthday, Ryan.
Gemini season. Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank you. And Andre will be next after me. All right, everybody. We will see you all next time. And when you are looking for the most side eye from Andre, the most shade from Disney, and I guess that's about it. That's really
the best Orville Eve party in the galaxy.
Also that. Put it on the
You're
menu.
all invited.
Thursday.
Well, midnight tomorrow.